Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank is a great film. I actually knew very little about this. I don't even know if I'd really heard of it. I was just looking through the films on Now TV as I'd subscribed to watch something else, and it's on there, so I thought, well, let's give it a go while I've got the subscription, and I'm pleased that I did. This was released in 2022. It's directed by Chris Bailey, Mark Koetsier, and Rob Minkoff, and we have a screenplay by Ed Stone, Nate Hopper, Mel Brooks, Norman Steinberg, Andrew Bergman, Richard Pryor, and Alan Yuger. And that in itself is certainly quite an interesting list, and I'm feeling like there must be something inaccurate there because Richard Pryor died in 2005, unless it's a different Richard Pryor and they've tagged the wrong person. That has happened before. Shelley Long was tagged in a film because there was a dog acting in the film called Shelley Long. It was the producer's or director's dog. They named their dog Shelley Long. I absolutely love it. But I've actually just Googled this so I can give more information. I did know this, I didn't make the connection. The film is apparently loosely based on Blazing Saddles, but it definitely shouldn't be written that way. Both Wikipedia and IMDb just have this long list of names, including, of course, Richard Pryor, just credited as writing the screenplay. So I don't think that's the most accurate way to display that information. But either way, I'm going to keep this bit in because I like the story about Shelley Long the dog. The film itself has a brilliant voice cast, including Michael Cera, Ricky Gervais, Mel Brooks, George Takei, and Samuel L. Jackson. And it's quite a fun story. I have seen Blazing Saddles a long time ago, so I can't compare or comment on just how loosely it's based on that film. But if you have any thoughts on that, please feel free to share. But it's about a dog called Hank, who is training as a samurai to protect this village of cats. The village is in danger. And it's an interesting enough concept. But I will say I wasn't really emotionally invested in the story. I wasn't really concerned about what would happen. I just wasn't that bothered. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, but certainly it was okay. I didn't care for it, but I didn't dislike it either. It works well though, the pacing is good, there's a lot of substance there, we meet a lot of really interesting characters. The narrative may not appeal to my personal taste, but it's still all round a decent story. And I liked everything else. Hank is great. All of the characters are great, but I particularly liked Hank. We have some adorable animation. I love the designs of the characters. They all look fabulous. We have a really nice bright colour palette. We have some quite funny dialogue. I wouldn't say the whole film is laugh out loud hysterical, but some of the dialogue is certainly quite amusing. The narrative is well paced. We have great use of music. Visually, it is a really satisfying experience. So the narrative may not fully appeal to my personal tastes, but it's still a well-written story. Judging it as objectively as possible, it's a good story. It's a good narrative. It's well executed. Didn't love every aspect of it, but that's my fault, not the film's fault. Great character writing, beautiful animation, great voice acting, of course. I rather enjoyed it. As I said, I don't know if I'd either just never heard of it or I just never paid any attention to it. Probably the latter. But I'm glad I gave it a go. If you like animations about animals, Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank is a decent film that I'd say is certainly worth checking out.